you will be allowed to see where I reside in. So, SHIORI! Welcome everyone to today's bedtime story, and thank you so much for all the support. I'm honestly flabbergasted is the term, I believe. So thank you. And just for you, I suppose this is what's happening right now. Now, let us start with looking at the childhood. So, by the way, can I just say, when Risa was singing that song, the do 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 do, I don't even remember the tune anymore. I'm gonna start off with that. Did anyone actually watch Rurouni Kenshin? I believe my dad was a big fan of that. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, the manga ends happily, but the anime just hit me in the freaking He's like, he turns into a Sasuke. The dude in the anime, I don't know whose idea this was, but they literally made him go Sasuke. It's like, oh yeah, I did a lot of Shinshin past, and like the anime didn't show me being depressed over it, but now I am. And in the manga, he has like a happy wife, happy life, kid. The anime is like, nah, dude, you're going sick. I think he goes away from tuberculosis, I think, and then freaking Kaoru, she's just like waiting for him to come back. Like, Kenshin, my dear, please, just return. I would love to be happy for you. I will wait for you. But the creator's like, nah, see ya. Now, what I wanted to talk about, I'm sure all of you already are aware of this, but there is this book called The Little White Bird. Now, I wonder what it could be related to. Now, The Little White Bird was made by J.M. Barrie. Is anyone familiar with this? Now, J.M. Barrie made this into like a semi-autobiographical book, which was kind of strange. And what essentially happened was like, he goes to the park. The main character goes to the park, and he talks with some random boy. And nothing, let me preface this, nothing bad happens, okay? Nothing bad happens, it's just kind of very strange. They strike up a friendship, and he tells the boy like, yeah, did you know? Everyone used to be a bird. Everyone used to be just like Risa. They used to be just like Mume. They used to be just like Kiara. They were a bird. And then as you grow up, you lose your wings. Do this no more. And that is, wow, you, holy crap, did you just break chat? What is going on? What? Chat, come back to me, please. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're back. I missed you. What happened? Why did you leave me? Everyone used to be a bird here, and then the moment we started to become human, that is when we lost the ability to fly. Now, the boy in the story, he was like, screw that. I'm leaving. I want to become a freaking bird. I want to become Flappy Bird or Floppy Bird and other birds. I want to become Angry Bird. So he leaves his home, and he goes playing around for who knows how long. And then what essentially happens is like, he loses track of time. Honestly, I do too. If you've noticed my schedule, I will update that like 10 times a week, because I messed up the dates. So that is what my weakness, time. And when he comes back, guess what? His mother was like, nah, boy. It's been like 10,000 years. She barred off the window. She barred it off with metal freaking bars. And you know, in his crib was another baby, and he felt replaced. Now, here's a theory. We don't actually know if the mother replaced this child. It could have been an entirely new family. Now, moving on to J.M. Barrie, he was kind of strange, honestly. So the reason was, in his youth, he was a brother in a group of 3. Or a group of 4. A group of 3. Well, let's just say a lot of them became no longer alive. They went to the ground. They became rot. And out of those brothers, the only one, he had an older one. He ended up going into some sort of ice rink accident the day before his birthday. And this freaking scarred J.M. Barrie, who is the author of Peter Pan. Dun 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 dun! Dude was traumatized. There's a theory that it's because he might have been the cause of the accident, and his parents never loved him again. That's just a theory, though. A Shiori theory, but other theories too. Now, as they grow up, he grows up to seem normal, right? He gets married, never consummates though, never has children. He has his whole idea of innocence. Then he made a little white bird, which is actually based on the fact that he went to a random park. This nanny was with like 2 kids. I believe they were called the Davies brothers. And he strikes them up. He's just like, yo, what's up? You wanna hear a funny story? Why did the bike stop biking? Cause you was too tired. and like, I don't know how, but like the kids are so impressed, right? And the nanny did not see anything wrong with this. Man, back then was so wild. People just like shat in the river and that was a-okay. But like, he became friends with the kids to the point that he became friends with their parents, and he even invited them to like vacations and all that. He even helped their mother. My bro, this was like he was just an odd duck. Now, these kids, I think there were 5 of them. And that makes sense. People had to get busy to keep up with the mortality rate. They just had to basically just throw it out there. Ah! Now, 5 kids. He would send letters to this family. It was kind of strange. He would send letters to the kids. He's like, you're actually my favorite. Don't tell the others. Favorites. And these kids will end up being the basis of the characters for Peter Pan. I believe Wendy's siblings were some of them, but Peter Pan was like his favorite one, I think? Or it could be some random child. But anyway, guess what happened to the 5 kids? Their parents end up going to the ground. That's how I'm calling it. They became worm food. And the mother, she wrote a will saying like, give my children to Jenny, who is my sister. And she gave this will to J.M. Barrie. J.M. Barrie was like with his little MS Paint. He changed her little handwriting. Instead of Jenny, it was to like Jimmy. And he ended up getting the what's it called? When like people divorce and one of the child ends up like yours. Custody. So he gets custody of the 5 kids. Now, nothing bad happens, okay? Let me repeat that. Like, he was actually a fine father and all that, although it was pretty freaky deaky, because he should not have gotten custody with his little early Victorian Photoshop of just... Man, my uncle technically did Photoshop similar to that. He has a picture of him. He used scissors, right? And then he found some random hot girls in a magazine, and he put the random hot girls right next to him. And then he displayed it in, like, the kitchen where his wife could see everything. So, dude gets the 5 kids, right? Takes care of them, I guess. But he's just surrounded by a lot of darkness. I think out of those 5 kids, only 2 end up surviving. For multiple reasons. Nothing that he caused. I believe 2 was related to offing themselves, and 1 was just getting offed. The other 2, I don't know what happened, to be honest. Oh, Risa! Congratulations on your singing! That was wonderful, by the way. Oh, speaking of! Let me ruin your childhood, Risa! You know, Spirited Away, there's an English and a Japanese translation, right? Well, in the English, as you know, the ending is like... Chihiro, was it? Chihiro was like, I got this. I went through so much crap. Just getting to this point in my life. I got this. School, bring it on. Bullies, I'll beat you up. I'm gonna bully you hard. Well, in the Japanese version, she actually forgets Haku. Yeah. So in the Japanese version, she forgets. Oh, sorry, Michu. She forgets everything. She forgets like who Haku was, and like I don't even know what the heck happens to Haku. Does he just go back to being a dragon in like a random ass river? What does he do? Man, Haku is so cool. I would be completely ruined if I was Chihiro, because you know that scene where she's walking across the pipes? Okay, so I don't know how to ride a bike. I have no sense of balance. I think I would be doomed. However, the one thing I'm good at is getting offed multiple times. So I just have to turn back a few pages and redo it until I'm really good at it. So yeah, that's Spirited Away. I know Haku's cool. Plus, he's just like he flies. Oh gosh, can I just like be honest really quick? I love the type of people who are protective, like the older brother archetype, if that makes sense. Like they look out for you, they dote on you. It's like, I wish I had that in my childhood. But yeah, back to J.M. Barrie. Okay, now Peter Pan, the actual story. You guys already know this. I can't ride a bike. No, I don't know how to. I don't know how to ride a bike. I had like those little rubbery ones where like squeak squeak. You and then it's all like plastic. But then by the time that I had to be trained to archive, they kind of just got rid of the bike. I mean, eventually I had a Barbie bike. I had like the whole pom-poms and stuff. My mother, she never took off the training wheels. We just never bothered. She would take me to the park and I would feed the ducks. One time though, a duck kind of bit my finger. But I still fed the ducks, so... Yeah, my father... This is actually his own words. He's a little bit mixed though. He's like... Whoever teaches you how to ride a bike, I approve of them as your husband. But at the same time, he also has multiple weapons in his closet. And he'll always say like, if anyone gets near you... So... It's a little bit confusing, honestly.